Okay, let's try this again.
Let's do this.
Let's try this again. Take 2. Once again, thank you so much. If you clicked on the link, this is episode 18, Stones from a Glass House. Before we proceed, I just want to mention what happened with episode 17. Episode 17 was entirely my fault. I didn't approach the recording with the seriousness and the professionalism I should have, and I wasted my time, my friend's time, and your time if you also watch part, because the sound is bad.
Yeah.
But I decided to post it because and you feel like being at and means I'm 17. No, it's a lesson learned. Going forward, and I really will endeavor to make it a product worth consuming. Not yeah. So please accept my apologies. I apologize to the viewers, to my friends, to myself, for my gaga. And thank you for giving us another chance.
Thank you, guys.
Also something I didn't mention, Happy Mother's Day.
I already gave my fair share of wishes.
Okay. And there's inbox on that. Post up like a public spectacle because of no of one on the band, but now I was happy. To my straight to my low my lambs in account.
Yeah, man.
That's the man, man. Not was cool, I'm good on him. It's mad.
Yeah. Oh, I can enjoy this.
So today, man, I want to talk about something that's a subject that is pretty much prevalent on the socials because of certain things that have come to light.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about abusive relationships, and in this situation, I want to look at it from the two sides that you normally get in an abusive relationship, where you have the abuser and the abused. So, take 2, so maybe as I was fast.
Yeah.
So, how much responsibility do you feel as someone who observes abuse? How much responsibility do you feel that you have to intervene or prevent the abuse?
As I mentioned before, there's only so much that you can do for someone that's being abused. Yeah, bro. Firstly, sihlale lokishini thina. Yeah, bro. And the abuse is something very common up here lokishini, and we see it all the time. Yeah, bro. Oh, sorry, guy. Sinus. Impaired. It's something very common up in Lokshini when we all see it. However, when you want to intervene or when you want to help someone that's being abused, you need to check the abuse yakhe. The abuser sitting is to the side. Because you go and intervene, Kandi, you are putting yourself in danger. Yeah, so in most cases, why is the abuse carry on? It's because into yenzekayo kusuba mhlawumbe abuser ingumntu dangerous, and another second thing is that you must check na lo abuserwayo maybe lo mntu dependent kulo mntu, whether it be psychologically, emotionally, financially. Yeah, so there's so much that you can do for Undonjani given the situation. So, as I'm saying, yes, it is something that you need to do, but in the like a situation in right. Yeah, but the question remains, how do you know, should you choose to intervene or help Lomduba if you're not going to be in danger yourself? Yeah, so that is just my answer to what you're asking, when I fit. Ooh.
So
Hey.
So And as you said, no? So look, Shina, we deal with a different breed of abuser.
Yeah.
We don't deal with abantu abaqhombe empama sometimes.
Yeah.
We deal with, dangerous people.
Of course.
And yet, as much as you want to help, it also behooves yourself to think about your own safety. And yet, I to avoid a situation that is beyond your means. Ubomba lo muntu uabusayo apha, this abuser, ecofa.
Yeah, bro.
Ecofa ekipse. It creates a situation where you can easily put yourself and your loved ones in danger. So that's why up in we have to move with a certain intelligence when it comes to these things.
Of course.
Like growing up in Lokshini, one of my biggest concerns and worries was always about if Mdana Sekaya would fall for umuntu dangerous. I was trying to win love for my name daughter.
Hey.
And that which is another part where you cannot help umuntu afuna. Like you can tell Mdana going to hayi ulinyaka lo muntu. Umuntu inkosi. Mdana wathi no, because the crazy thing, you ever notice this thing? Imagine that dangerous. See, but still what dangerous. Why made you have never seem to recognize them as dangerous?
The thing is, I think la meti knows that nigga at his most vulnerable state, emotionally and all that. So, she doesn't see even though she knows him at his most vulnerable, knows the emotions come cheetah and so on. Except thugs got love, nigga. Yeah. He's weak. But yeah, man.
So I want to go with that dynamic, that dichotomy is in English.
Marvelous words.
Yes. That situation, it creates a very puzzling problem. Where, like I said, dangerous, and then that relationship reaches a point where it gets abusive, like openly abusive. What do you do when as a like? Let's say a family. Let's say the person in that abusive situation, family.
Oh, it's so tough, bro.
Sister, and she's out here in love with,
Tauti nigga fit. What am I gonna do? Because
I'm called like that one.
Without to tell Tanalum, I will sit here. No. And I'm not gonna go approach that nigga.
That's when you hit them with those wild lines that look shinga.
Yeah. And what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
because it's higher. No, sister, I'm telling my sister. But hell no, my nigga. That's why in the city Umdu, you can only help someone that is willing to be helped in situations as in jail. It gets tough in a situation where ubona ba lo muntu uyafuna lo muntu uyalifuna uncedo, but the abuser yakhe so wild ass nigga.
Witness protection.
Yeah, ibola we. Yo. I wanted to ask you a question, guys, when I'm fit. Based on the topic, CT tie. And I want your answer on that. When it's abuse. What if the abuser is your friend?
Well, that's the other part of it. Talking about the abused, but now we're talking about the abuser. If the abuser is your friend, I would assume, because friends, for someone to be your friend, I would assume you have a measure of control.
Yeah.
Like, voice I care for that. I'll tell you. So, first of all, it's very important now to make clear about abuse. I only tolerate time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but at the same time, we need to also understand that abusers often at times are not now, but mental issues.
And we don't check land or whatever.
Yeah, but so there's a time when abusers also you extend the help. But I can help you. Yeah, counseling in doing. But yeah. So it's I think we become much more, what's the word, sympathetic. And then you can maybe see bale abuse maybe isugapi. Maybe out of where's your fund one and
right upbringing and all that shit.
So maybe okay, this shit comes from Lendo. And they have also come okay and let out man Lendo. But then like I said, you make it clear about dog.
I do not tolerate this.
I don't tolerate it, but and if now funny help, dog, and you've got to also be aware of your own self. So soon as wrong, like if I will honestly, no one maybe abused is being abused. If I found the like they literally refuse to leave the situation, I'm so sad of it. On social media,
Where's it again?
Boopy.
Hey, dog.
No, dog, not, you can't keep such things around you. Because now you think that your own mental health.
Yeah, because hey, you never know about how something affect
your own. Think about your own mental health.
That's true, bro.
Yeah, but so it becomes protecting them is also protecting myself. Honestly, nothing is not chaos. Like it's not a stay up. So say I'm out town on the media now. I'm on the media. There's a reason. Think out there Betty Landuzi. Hey, Betty media.
Hey, speaking about that, Yazi.
Because trust me on this bit. If one person from the outside view, if one person in the crew ends up Louis, okay.
That's true. People will look at it and go to show.
And this is the thing. The one that always annoys me about this chat.
Yeah, right, you can go on.
So the one thing that always annoys me about this chat is how people will be so vocal, man. When it's celebrities being abusers and abused. Yeah? But next door. Mambani pau comes up his work. Because when I comment on social, yeah, ubani. But your neighbor is dying next door. You
ain't doing shit.
You ain't doing shit.
And this game.
I was again.
Logish mentality.
As a celebrity.
Yeah, that's true, Fit. That is absolutely true.
You don't know those celebrities. You don't know their stories. Why?
Facts.
Do you feel like when you have, it's, what do they call it, right? Virtue signaling, where you like to okay, I'm one of abantu right emhlabeni. Yeah, but I believe in this. But when you look at your real life, you're not living that.
True.
People are suffering and being abused around you. There's nothing you're doing. And whereas you used to comment on celebrity ban. Celebrity ban.
That's so bad. Yeah, he pointed out Fit too that I wanted to get to. Look, Fit too. I'll be honest, Fit. I have had niggas. Okay, I'd say, but now way you bashambi. That is him. I think it was like in high school or whatever. It's the Satan Wambi's party. Yeah, as a robot party. In Tonton parties. Yeah. Actually, there was this nigga of mine, bro. I tell him I met ya, come shit. Fair too. If I hear the song, I'm not shit. No socks, everyone. Yeah, bro. Sorry. Excel outie. Fair too. We always knew about our night is gonna end early because you know aba bantu bazolwa mina mfethu
umuntu wakhe
yo ibro sijongise ngabantu mfethu sifuna isiqana naluyi and yazi wena mfethu another thing ngoba sihlala eGooks I feel like back in 2009 yeah and you're out wena mfethu out yami ndiyaziyo nayo for yeah ke ngoku nje masikhula we like we've grown yabo apart separate ways yonke lo way eksela akafethu uyayibalisa juba ise ibibethi baby mama yayo nodoni ngenxa yokubhaqwe yena umjita seyamuphula ingalo ndangami
holy shit
eksela that's what I knew but I think something sparked but eksela mamela lendlela ithetha ngayo lo mjita liwe
zero
ingathi very normal and it's not remorseful. Yeah, well, so that's why it's about I've been around fit about abusive fit, but I think at that time, then I realized that we and one thing that I like now is that it's only autism. Everyone that I surround myself with, now whether it be me or whatever or whatini. Ukhabe imate yakho okanye uthini phambi kwamajita ami uzawukhola into order umanyeliso like say ayikho leyo yenzayo fit yabo and if you continue doing that uzawukhathwa unye off and if awamameli manje usenza lepha mamajita ezamtshoni izakhaba unye osizitshuni yabo so that's why in the city when I'm fit I've grown around iwe abuse fit uyasikobe hlala eGoogle yethu like ubona manje like say umuntu la create imate yakhe mfethu nje like it's nothing
it's normal and it reaches the point ngokuba namachera accepted
bona no imate face ebethwa out here hamile mfethu like sibukele but asikwazi ukulanda that's why in the city ba hey I'm fit
yes look at that thing it can be an issue on both sides on the abuse and the abuser
exactly
and neither side if the best thing ngokunjalo is niba isolate social isolation like it bazibomba babodwa
oh I get what you're saying
from abanje njengoba bephila life one but that's literally because you can't awukwazi ubambisa umuntu like for instance let's say uboni chair in bed phone amapolice ubone bethe chair yakhe ufone amapolice the police get there bambambe because you reported the assault. What if the victim you ayifuna ulanduza ayifuna uvuma bekho assault?
Dog, do you remember la case ka Flex no socks wachika la mdana so yeah I'm fit to live with time
and we've been those people you put yourself out there trying to help
ubese kageni
ibe nguwe ohamba ikhodo.
Exactly, that's what happened to our niggas.
So that's what I'm saying, it's very important to first try to understand if the
kwenzeka ntoni
does this person want your help and the minimum that I do ndinqanda bayingenzeke eca kwami if I have the means to do so ndinqanda bayingenzeke eca kwami
yeah
okay niphila kule toxic yenu crazy in love benu
ayihambele phaa
ayokwenzelwa phaa kwaSathane
hey dog
yeah because you really because what can happen is lento yenziwa black and white with abuse but usually it's mental issues on both sides up.
That's true
and abafuna uncedwa abantu lo girl or ubethwayo believes violence is an expression of love believe violence is an expression of love
ndiyakuthanda
ndiyandithanda that's why ndibetha ndiyakuthanda
uba uyophulula udumbe ungaka I've seen situations ezinje yami bro and it's not nice
if you've ever uhlele nechair edumle ibesima yeah ndetha chona baska
yanthanda
mntwana yo hamba that's crazy
tangam
so it reaches a low point but all you can do sometimes is just socially isolate those people Don't
homie.
Don't befriend them.
Oh.
But abusers, if abantu abanjalo apha life, abatsho mane bodwa vethu. Simane sifunda ngabo qha.
It's so sad when you read about Umduchu. Born
Yeah,
like Seb,
it's
we
sad.
born alive. It's sense, but they stayed.
They stayed.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't wish to become that person, bro.
I guess this was the mental issue. It cannot be deliberate, because when you ask either party, say who's it?
When's it?
Why? Like who's the abuser, for example? Say why yenza leyo into? Atunda man say was nama mate. But like what? What do you mean there was a mate?
Was a mate. You don't let us.
Man, I've never heard a woman. Don't tell me about was a mate. And get back another thing. When we talk about abuse, we tend to talk about physical abuse.
Those are the up, man.
We tend to talk about physical abuse.
There's emotional.
There's emotional, there's verbal. Yeah, well, there's different levels of abuse, but can seriously between the ezinye zenza mental damage nazo.
Yeah.
Emotional damage
That's true, Faith.
as we say. So, first of all, let me ask you, have you ever been physically abusive to a girl?
Not good. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, I know when I'm fit, and even though it was just mild or whatever, it's something that I regret. Yeah, bro. And it's something that I'll forever regret. When I'm fit. Yeah, bro. Yeah, but I wasn't raised like that when I'm fit.
Alright.
Yeah, bro.
Start of it.
Angikhuliswanga ngolo hlobo ekhaya or whatever. Yonke lolo. And I'll be honest with you now, I've received my fair share. Like ubethwa imeti seyisuka kwenzeka lo nto kum. And nalo say later up to law, it was because of me. The emotional abuse I was giving. Yeah, bro. I'm not saying it right, or whatever, but but there's always something behind. So that's what happened to me, yeah, bro. Because I said, I ain't gonna lie, I was a shitty person. Emotionally, like born abuse emotionally to a point but achika abe ngumuntu yabo because tibanaye lolahlobo wena mfethu yabo so phele jika wena mfethu abe ngomnyumuntu abe ngonyama because of indlela owenze ngayo wena yabo. And I'm still going to say, I reiterate this, but that doesn't make it right. But you know,
there's a difference between excuses and reasons. An excuse is like is basically saying, but no, it's all because of land.
Exactly.
Whereas a reason is because of land. It doesn't say but it's a reason. It's a sacrilege.
So I don't know, choice. I'm not gonna come here and act all innocent, fit. I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie, fit. Hence, I'm not proud of it, and it's something that I'll forever regret, fit.
I hear you.
Yeah, bro.
Have you ever fully forgiveness?
Trust me, I have. And to till today, I still do when I'm fit in a way. Even though when I'm fit kwakudala. Yabo. But sometimes I'm still apologetic about what happened. No. Obviously, I've forgiven you a long time ago. And like in the grand. Now, so, yeah, man. For. Like, but I say, boom, it's just who I am when I'm fit. Yeah, bro. It's really just who I am, fit. And fit too. I did I saw to myself, but I say I do not want to ever be in a situation in when I'm fit. Sure. Yeah, bro. Because I've never experienced that at home. I'm not gonna lie. So as man see it now, there was alcohol involved, you don't get on the but still, yeah, bro. It still doesn't make it okay when it's fit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
let to be a fit.
When it comes to myself, now, I've never been physically abused to anyone.
Yeah.
I've never been physically abused. But emotional abuse, I think most of us are guilty of.
Of course.
Emotional abuse. And yet, cheating, for example, is a form of emotional abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, emotional abuse, I've done it. Verbal abuse, I've done it. And in that moment, but then days later or hours later or whatever,
you come to the realization by
of
course.
What the fuck was that? And later on decision, I hate the fact that as much as the abuse mustn't be normalized, we mustn't act like it's something extra. It's something that we don't sometimes participate in. We aren't involved in.
Because you can be abusing someone without even you knowing, bro.
Without even realizing, without even caring. Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
That person emsebenzini manomlahle nje. Yabo. Besijalo man into that you think hayi man.
Ayizizo. Let me try and fit. There is a lot of forms they abuse me, bro.
And through that, like I said, we just come to the point where we overlook certain abuse. Like, the reason I think about not pay attention so much to the celebrity stuff is because we teach
You're
ourselves
hiding from anxiety.
No, but also about the belief, but in life, any perfect.
Oh, that's
so
true.
If abantu banemali but
it's impossible.
It's impossible. Like
wouldn't flop is away.
Where's my trading like, why would you abuse the trading? My trading abuse every day, man.
Exactly.
Come to Alondo. So we fool ourselves into believing abuse is something that's supposed to happen here, but doesn't happen there.
Facts, bro.
So when it happens there, we're talking about Johnny. Ubani millions. They look so in love with Instagram. Nigga. And usually a lot of the time it's abuse is a power. It's a power play. It's a flex. Like flexing your power. You flexing. You feel as if you aren't controlling the situation. So in order to show that you're controlling the situation,
you need to do this, yeah.
Whether it's physical, emotional, or like because it's not gonna keep me locked down. Yeah, but I have power. I have power. So in that situation, what often happens? A red flag that I often see now. If attend Dala, they're in their 40s or whatever. Our business, now only the 20s.
Yeah.
That for me is a red flag. It means
They want to be in control.
They want to be in control. Like, colors are start to relationship. Because at the end of the day, long to trust me. In your 40s, you're not looking at someone in their 20s as an equal.
Of course you're not.
You're not looking at someone like that as an equal.
Nah.
Right? But as soon as they pick his, you remind them of that. Exactly. To pendula, but I hope they're not too young. They're not too young for this day, huh?
Yeah.
So there's a thing where we just naturally create these situations in our mind where we think, okay, abuse should be impossible. Dog. The rich women who get the shit beat out of them out here.
But they don't say anything.
That dependence, that dependence, and go. Akomba. The trials and tribulations. Because poverty comes. Poverty can. And if your only way out of poverty, you're
going to stay.
More than likely you will stay.
I was watching on this social, and this nigga, Manelaiti, Cholano, no coaches Bali.
So
yeah. Did you see when that shit came out? How we meet, we were like, no.
As soon as you've been in Mali, certain behavior, basically the way they talk, it means it's acceptable.
It's acceptable. They're facts, bro.
So, when we can say cheating is emotional abuse, does it mean in their minds, does that mean about look at you?
No.
That's acceptable, but and catch because never. Like in their minds, you think they think that. But only man, so as again,
yeah, in most cases.
So, how do you help someone like that?
You can't. It needs to start with them. Basically, you just can't help them. Guys, nizangolela nizongalikhukhuza elithambi.
Ujoke elithambuza inyama engayafuna esemsipeni.
Hayi, imali yami.
So like that's why I honestly I try to put in low, but at the end of the day into something about over. I need so much money out here. I need so what. And if you are so scared of being poor that you are willing to spend there, so what's the money? Like poverty can't, but hey, I don't got that much, but I'm willing to. Hey, imagine they turn your but they are so
willing to sell yourself.
There are so many things I wouldn't do for the money. So many. And yeah, abuse is something one of those things where I will never tolerate. I don't care. Like I've seen a machita, like who are being taken care of by Alanduz, Amachere, Amachita Alanduze. I always like relations like
it's
I've seen
one-sided.
abusive situations in that. Like any out, I whatever start doing. Hey, I cut you out.
Can you meet her?
Yeah, because he cheated. Basically, it's her house, her car. He's staying there. His financial situation was very, very, very different from a girl. But he cheated on Kanemoto weekendy. We are on the Sunday. I'll cut you out this Sunday. As they do, I cut you out.
Of course, and cut your meat.
Allah, they for the big cool on empire food this time. Let me ask you first, if you see something like that, Do you intervene?
I've seen it. Allah.
Allah. Do you feel like a society we should intervene when you see something like that?
Of course, yeah, it's abuse.
Yeah, but
Kaga ungu, nalo ba? Umshuta kamanje.
That's why the city of Guna.
Cause yakhe.
What I try to do is, as much as they are abusive,
Read the situation.
they are not okay, abusive. Not that they are abusive to each other. Power they go.
Niyathandana. Niyanyanywa the abusive.
Crazy in love.
That should be so.
Can't you been alone?
Yeah, I can.
Mm.
Oh God.
Sasa.
Sasa, look, by the way. Oh,
Oh, sir.
shit goes in here.
That goes good.
Well, look at that. We're out. I think I've said this on the show before. Niyabona kasikhoma nangani. Do. Eyucwa umbimethi yakhe. Ngale vest uyini le, Maria. Ethwa ngama-inti fundi. Bukelwe because bethu out. Bukelwe fit. But guys, next week abantu nabo baphinde bayaposta kumanje. Like nothing happened. So hey. Inzima man.
That's the thing.
Inzima my guy.
Can you tell me what's the worst abusive incident you ever witnessed?
Yo, I'm trying to think now. I'm really trying to think. Yo. I've witnessed too much. But the worst. And this is I'm playing now in the show. Yeah, I don't know.
The worst I've ever seen. It's a bottle store, it's your tender. Kukule cherry, amachela ahlele emotweni. And the cherry ndazi dali mkilo whatever, ufike out yayo nangenye imoto. Izofuna le cherry yayo. Ilapha. Ukuyamkhupha emotweni. Kafuna uphume emotweni girl. Khupha like rough mafoni like phuma wena ityhana ethunza lo mntana phaa machelo odwa kule moto ethunza lo mntana phaa umntana sashawula afuna uhamba yakhupha igaya ndaya ndubule mbundu
Hayi!
yabo uthola ixwapha
The fuck?
kwalimpa ugirl wayengena emotweni.
Wow.
Right? Course about 10,111 abantu.
Wow.
10,111 abantu. But then I don't know, a month or so later,
See them again together.
I saw that couple. Umnandi, hleka. Like, I don't say the tremble.
Laugh in the hood. Laugh in the hood.
Like, it's like see, we witness things like this all the time. That's why for me it gets so weird when it happens. Like I hate it that when something happens to a celebrity,
You touch it up high.
we act like into encha.
Hayi kangilindele.
Like if a celebrity gets hijacked or it triggers a really, like it's like, oh my god.
Shit happens every day.
Happens every day, and yeah, we don't do much when it happens around us.
After everything now.
But now when it's online, you're busy cancelling.
Cancel culture.
Cancel that tata lo in your street lo khaba umfazi wakhe. Ungamcancel nje yena uzethu.
Yeah,
So, hey man, we see things out here, man. And it doesn't do all that. Even if you buy into like musician about ayonto zoyibona kokwenu. Even if you don't see it kokwenu, it affects you because you see it out here
in the streets. Yep.
It affects you mentally and emotionally. Uzibona sosenza izinto ongazange wazifunda kokwenu.
True, bro.
I don't know bone afulela solo after what was
Fair. For me, also, another thing is, the majority of the homies or whatever are also responsible. Like one is one that have abused abantu, no. And if you don't acknowledge that or whatever, chances are la way is opinions.
Yeah.
And nenye indo singamajita, when you have a problem, you need to learn to get help. Ungacimba fana ba isali uyayifani nami no. Ndizayenzela ntoni kaka?
Amqhaba kayi-1.
Ayibobujita into yobonana ne-shrink no. We need to fucking step out of that whole thing ba umuntu oy-out angafuni uncedo, like umuntu ofuna uncedo esine zimufi or whatever yonke lona. Abantu amajita are dying outside when I fit partly apparati poof man they are dying inside because of the fucking fact that bazothina abantu banisenza lewe. Exactly, and it affects other people. Babulala amanye amachere because of these issues that they have with themselves that they do not want to get help for. Yeah. So guys, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's just do better. And this applies also to women in fit. Yeah, but obviously majority, that's what we see it. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with getting help, guys, for mental issues, emotional issues, or whatever. You won't be seen as because those are people that are naive to mental issues and all that shit.
Also, man.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Uzakekisa banana babana.
Uzazi bakho grand. Khona ijolsayo kho grand. Guys.
Ba right for wena qala. Before wami uyomosha ubomi bomnye umuntu, mosha ubomi bomntana bani. Yekeni lo bemajita.
I get not much from my side as well. Then thank you so much for Landos for watching. I should have probably put a trigger one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my asshole. I'll try to move some stuff around. Die just triggering. Yeah, well, the conversation. But yeah, man. Thank you so much for watching all the way towards the end. That's it from our end.
Thank you, guys. Please do not forget to subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe.
Please, guys. Siyalamba. Subscribers azikho khanenzeni man. Please subscribe.
Subscribers ne brands ndoni ngqa ngayo. Yabona mthambi VIP every weekend. Thanks to Nina. And if don't you want that for me?
Khanenzeni, guys.
But yeah, thanks our team for being here again.
Sure, man.
Check on and